Okay, class, I'm going to do a little tutorial quiz on keyframes in Premiere Pro and adding keyframes to your audio. So I brought my interview project in and I made a title card for it. Bentley Sanders interview project. I'm just going to play it for you.
I've worked in video production for about 2 years now.
So you can see that I put a title card in there because I, did not have him repeat the question, right? So in order for my audience to know what I asked him, it's much better if I put a title card in. 2, I didn't ask him, I didn't use my own voice, like I didn't mic myself up. I don't want to have me asking him the question when my audio doesn't sound equivalent to his, right? So I put the title card in. It works for me. You can have your subject repeat the question. That would work as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring in some music, and I added a little audio file here. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to drag it into my timeline because I don't need anything other than the audio. I'm just going to drag this little thing. If I hover over, it says drag audio only, and I'm going to drag it below, and I think you guys are familiar with that. And I'm going to put it on that layer directly below my other audio. So as I was telling you in class, I want to let me cut this for a second. I want to add some keyframes to this. I'm also going to add my B-roll. So I'm going to go over here to the shot that I got of him in the fog, or looking out into that fog over the field. And if you remember, I was out there and I was just playing around.
I could put in, and I don't have to worry about the audio anymore.
And I don't have to worry about the audio. I was describing that to you because over here, instead of dragging the whole thing down and having the audio come into my timeline, I'm just going to go over here where it says drag video only, and I'm going to put that behind this, right? So when it goes to here, I'm going to cut to that. Okay? You can see that my white balance is not good in this, so I'm going to correct that real quick, and you know how to do that. I go up to Window, I go to Workspaces, I come down to Color, and it opens my color panel over here. I need to click on this with my cursor. I'm going to click, and it brings up this. So if you see this, you need to click on Basic Color Correction. I need to make sure I select that footage by clicking on it, and I'm going to grab my white balance and just come out to this little gray part of his sweatshirt. And I think I got it. Yeah. I'm going to try it one more time just to make sure. Yeah, there we go. So I can see already that my white balance now kind of matches up with this other shot. All right? Okay, good. And because I don't have that audio in there, and just the music, it works. Okay? So let's go back. I want to show you the keyframes. I'm going to go up to Window, go back to Workspaces, and get into Editing again. So I'm going to put my cursor between this layer, as I showed you in class. And anytime I put my cursor between those layers, you'll see that it turns into a little divider, even if I went up to the top ones on the video. I'm going to grab the bottom of this music file and pull it down and to where it opens up. And you'll see that I have that string, right, that increases my gain or volume. And if I drag it down, it pushes it down to where I don't even hear it. I'm going to add those keyframes. I'm going to drag big blue, because that big blue tells me where that keyframe is going to go when I click over here. And I'm just clicking on this small keyframe right there. So I'm going to click once. I'm going to move my cursor to the beginning of this. Click again. I'm going to drag this first one down so that I have that second one, and I have a nice fade in going. Now, when he gets to speaking, I want to lower this music, so I'm going to add a keyframe. I move Big Blue to right before I see this audio coming up. I click on that. I'm going to move a little bit to the right. I'm going to click again, so I have two of them, and I have a point of where it started, and now I'm dragging this down to where it's slower. I can still hear the music,
I've worked in video production for...
but it's not overpowering his voice. When I get to the B-roll, I'm going to add another one, or two more. So I'm going to drag my cursor here, click on another keyframe over here, move it over to the side a little bit, and then click on once more to add the second one. Now I can grab this one here and pull it up so that as the B-roll comes, I have my audio coming back up. So now if we listen to it and we look at our keyframes, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going so far, and I hit my play button.
I've worked in video production for about 2 years now.
And of course, I would add another keyframe, and I'd add my second question or third question, whatever it was, and that's what I would do. Of course, I'm going to go up to sequence and say render in to out to get my yellow off my timeline so it's green, and then export my project. Okay, and that's it for today's keyframes. Thank you.